following developing news tonight in Lancaster, where pop star Aaron Carter has died at the age of 34.
Yeah, the troubled performer grew up in the limelight, but he was in and out of rehab several times in his short life.
I'm sorry the way that I look. My God, it hurts so bad. It hurts. It hurts so bad because there's like nothing I can do.
He was found dead Saturday in his California home at the age of 34. The pop sensation's life cut short.
Because I think the mental illness he has and the addiction he had, I think was controlling his life. But Aaron also was a very lonely person in his mind, you know. He had friends, he had family, but I think he's the type of a guy, he wants to be surrounded with family, blood-related family. He was giving too much, but he was very lonely in his own mind.
Hollywood is reeling from another bombshell, and this one could be the most chilling yet. 50 Cent is continuing his relentless crusade against Sean Diddy Combs, and new shocking allegations have surfaced that could alter everything we thought we knew about Aaron Carter's tragic death. According to insiders, Diddy may have had direct involvement in the heartbreaking demise of the former pop star, whose rise to fame in the late 90s and early 2000s was followed by an untimely end at just 34 years old. Aaron Carter, the younger brother of Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys, burst onto the music scene at just 7 years old, winning fans over with his infectious personality and catchy tunes. However, behind the pop star persona, Aaron struggled with deep personal demons. His sudden death in 2022, found in his bathtub, sent shockwaves through the music world, leaving fans and loved ones grappling with the loss of the troubled yet talented young artist.
People have been moving in and out of that home behind me all day, and tonight we heard from some of those closest to Aaron Carter, and they all say the same thing. They all share stories of a very kind, loving, caring, humble, yet troubled young man.
It's very painful, very, very painful. I talked to him 2 weeks ago. He was at the dentist and he FaceTimed me. He said, come over. And I said, I have work to do. I wish I could have just go see him at least one more time.
Carter began performing as a child and had hit albums starting in his teenage years. He is the younger brother of Nick Carter of the Backstreet. Social media influencer and model arrived at the home to talk with investigators and seemed inconsolable. According to reports, their son Prince is under the court-ordered custody of Melanie's mother. But Aaron Carter revealed recently that he had entered rehab for a 5th time, seeking to regain custody of Prince. All right, take a look at this. Aaron Carter's public relations firm released a statement, quote, "The family has been notified and will be flying out to Los Angeles. Aaron worked very hard towards the end of his life in recovery to be a good father and to make amends with his family."
Aaron told me in 2011, "I love being a performer and entertaining, and when I can't do that, my world is in shambles. It doesn't work for me."
What do you think the price of fame was for your family?
Self-destructing. Like a tornado just came through our house and family got tossed everywhere.
Battling with losing his sister Leslie to an overdose in January of 2012. He also publicly shared his struggles with addiction, talking about it here on The Doctors.
I was huffing because I'm a drug addict. I'm a drug addict. So I'm a drug addict in recovery. You might not look at me smoking weed as being sober, but I do.
Rumors are swirling through Hollywood that with Diddy's recent arrest, the FBI may be revisiting Aaron Carter's case to explore potential links to the embattled music mogul. This latest twist has ignited a new wave of speculation and conspiracy theories. While Aaron's death was officially ruled as a result of drug use and mental health issues, the possibility of a deeper connection to Diddy has raised eyebrows and fueled intense debate.
Aaron Carter's cause of death is revealed. According to online records obtained by E! News, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner coroner determines that the singer died in November due to drowning. Secondary causes were listed as the effects of alprazolam, which is sold under the brand Xanax, and difluoroethane, a compressed gas. His death was ruled an accident. TMZ says that the full coroner's report states Aaron became, quote, incapacitated while in the bathtub due to the effects of substances and drowned, saying it is with deepest regret to report Aaron Carter was found unresponsive this AM in his home in Palmdale, California. That same day, the LA Sheriff's Department told E! News in a press release that deputies responded to a 911 call from a residence at approximately 11 a.m. According to the release, the informant on the call, a house sitter, stated she found a male unresponsive in the bathtub. Shortly after the deputies arrived, fire department personnel arrived and pronounced the male deceased at the scene. A Lancaster Sheriff's Office spokesperson confirmed to E! News that officers arrived at Aaron's home but offered no further. Who was the younger brother of Backstreet Boys member Nick Carter, was a former child star in his own right. He rose to fame at age 9 in 1997 with the pop hit Tour as an opening act for the Backstreet Boys as well as Britney Spears before headlining his own.
As big as Britney, but not really in the sense of being big. Just having a good time and succeeding in my life and fulfilling my goals is all that really matters. No money, nothing really.
Studio albums and famously dated actress Hilary Duff for several years. Following his death, she spoke out on Instagram saying, "For Aaron, I'm deeply sorry that life was so hard for you and that you had to struggle in front of the whole world. You had a charm that was absolutely effervescent. Boy, did my teenage self love you deeply. Sending love to your family at this time. Rest easy." Aaron's brother Nick also paid tribute to him, telling fans, "Even though my brother and I have had a complicated relationship, my love for him has never ever faded. I will miss my brother."
Did friends and family try to intervene at all, especially near the end?
I don't think so.
Why not?
To be honest, when I got there, the day the incident happened, there was no friends was there. Nobody was there. That's why it's kind of concerning me. What happened? What was going on the day before? Like, we need to find out. I mean, not me, but the police will find out. But there is something just...
What do you think happened?
I personally think he was on medication and he fallen asleep in a bathtub and that's what happened. That's what I personally think, but we don't know until we find out the real,
And you said you saw aerosol cans in the bathroom, correct? So there could have been that going on also?
Yes.
When was the last time you spoke to Aaron?
Well, we've been messaging on Instagram and text message like days before. So he said, "Come down here, I'm doing a root canal. And it's very painful. I want you to hold my hand." I said, "I can't do it," and I had some plans, I had to go to work. I said, "I'll come see you tomorrow." And I couldn't go see him because he's doing some kind of touring, small concerts in different states.
There had been concern where fans had been reaching out and saying, "Hey, stop him from doing these drugs and stop him from doing the huffing." Had you seen that?
Yes, of course.
And did you ask him about that?
Yes, we had a conversation together and he said, "What do you want me to do? You do have the insurance," Melanie told me. "We can get you to the rehab." And he said, "Is that what you want me to do?" I said, "Well, I want you to do it for you than for me because I don't want to see you like this." He goes, "Okay, I'll do it. Just give me a week and I'll do it. Give me 2 weeks and I'll do it." And it never happened.
Why don't you think he wanted to go to rehab?
I think the mental illness he has and the addiction he had, I think was controlling his life. But Aaron also was a very lonely person in his mind. He had friends, he had family, but I think he's the type of a guy, he wants to be surrounded with family, blood-related family. He loved his son, he loved kids. And in a point, I think he was giving too much, but he was very lonely in his own mind. He wanted to be hugged, he wanted to be loved, but one person can't give all that, I think we needed more people there, but those people they were not there. I think they gave up on him.
Do you think his family gave up on him?
I think they gave up on him, and with all the respect to his family.
Aaron Carter seemed like the quintessential child star, achieving success beyond his years. Bursting onto the scene at just 7, he captivated audiences with his youthful charisma and catchy tunes. By his teenage years, Aaron was touring globally, selling out arenas, and seemingly living the dream. But behind the facade of fame, Aaron's life was far from ideal. In interviews and on social media, he was open about his mental health struggles, often linking them to the early influence of powerful figures in Hollywood. He referred to this period as a living hell, and many now speculate that it could point to none other than Diddy.
Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15. I'm sorry the way that I look. It hurts. It hurts so bad because there's like nothing I can do for high blood pressure medication. And I took for every 2 seconds seeing a tweet. You go, oh, look at this. Oh.
I developed an addiction to Xanax, because of stage fright, actually. I developed stage fright during the show.
Instead, anxiety fueled his addiction.
Started just getting heavier and heavier and heavier into the Xanax. And Leslie, my sister, she was heavy into it as well. But an opportunity happened where I could save my life. Leslie never was presented that opportunity. I had a second chance to live, and she died from an overdose in my father's bed.
Leslie was just 25 when she died 2 years ago. Aaron had already been to rehab. How much Xanax were you doing?
At the height, I was taking 7 2-milligram Xanax bars, so that means 14 milligrams a day.
That is 3 times the average. You know that you had a problem and had to stop.
I never really did.
Someone step in?
My mother stepped in. So her and my brother teamed up, and they got me to the Betty Ford Center.
Are you clean now?
Yes.
But drugs wasn't the only thing Aaron was dealing with.
From the years when I was like 13, 14, 15, I turned 18 years old. I got hit with $2.2 million of stuff that I owed. The people serving me lawsuits while I was on the dance floor. People didn't always know about that kind of stuff.
I
was being served lawsuits while I was doing the interviews on the dance floor after Dancing with the Stars. And then right in front of my partner and right in front of interviewers. And
like during the show?
Yeah. And it was like so...
Is people to understand that I'm human and I make mistakes just like every other human in this world.
Aaron Carter's cause of death has been revealed 5 months after his sudden passing. He was only 34 years old. According to a copy of his autopsy, the late musician died from drowning. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's report also confirmed Carter drowned after inhalation of compressed gas and intake of alprazolam.
Trying to get a real investigation for the death of my son, Aaron Carter. On November 5th of last year, 34-year-old Carter was found dead in the bathtub of his Lancaster, California home. According to posts by his mother, quote, the coroner wrote it off as an accidental drug overdose. They never investigated it as a possible crime scene because of his addiction past. One of the photos shows the bathtub where Carter was found filled with green water. In one social media post, Carter's mother writes, quote, why are the towels perfectly placed? In others, she alleges Carter received multiple death threats before he died. True crime host Nancy Grace for help in the investigation. And in her most recent post, Carter's mother writes, quote, we want answers. We want justice. There are people who must be held accountable.
The situation takes a darker turn here. Before Diddy became closely associated with a young Justin Bieber, he reportedly played a similar role in Aaron Carter's life, guiding him through the early stages of his career. Both stars reached astronomical fame at a young age, but their paths with Diddy diverged significantly. While Justin is said to have managed to break free from Diddy's influence, his journey was far from unscathed. In contrast, Aaron may not have been so fortunate, with many suggesting that his fate was sealed by a much darker reality.
Yeah. Being young and being in the spotlight's not easy for anybody. So
I'm telling you, JB all these years been giving us hints, but a lot of people are sleeping. I'm not famous, I'm not a celebrity, so I can't speak out. They got for Ryan and Andrew and all these people that are speaking out, because this is crazy, bro. This is sad.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, but your car life is my though.
My car life?
Your car life? No, your car life.
Bro, you can tell by Bieber's expression, his body language, that he's nervous when he talks about these.
In this one video, it looks like whatever Justin is doing, and I'm not going to show it out of just respect for the fact that I truly believe that Justin Bieber is a victim, But whatever he is doing in this video with Trey Songz and Odell Beckham Jr. looks highly suspicious.
So what's the price that you're willing to pay for success? Justin Bieber, arguably one of the best musical artists in the last 10 years. By the way, do you know how old Justin Bieber is now today? 30 years old. He got famous 15 years ago when he was, and probably before that, because if you're meeting Diddy, you're probably famous at that point. He's been famous for a decade and a half. At what point do the parents have to say, hey, look, we love our kid. We want the best for him. He really wants to go for this music thing. He's up here in Canada and we're going to bring him to Miami, to LA, and we're going to give him a shot. Now, what happens behind closed doors, the kid's not 5 years old. He's not 10 years old. You're 15 years old. You're at Diddy's house. You kind of got to be able to make decisions.
Are you saying at 15, Adam? I'm so confused. Are you saying at 15 he should have responsibility to not let a man him and potentially him?
Well, A, yes. But B, the parents, where are they here? Why aren't the parents saying anything?
In the wake of Diddy's legal drama. In the sit-down with Zane Lowe 4 years ago, Justin isn't talking about the disgraced media mogul directly, but his past trauma in the music industry, his album Change.
That I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff of my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Talk of the video comes after footage of Diddy and Justin also resurfaced on social media recently.
Not anyone could just be in the position that I'm in.
Video shows Diddy alongside teenage Justin, leaving people to speculate if, at the time, he subjected the pop star to his alleged freak-offs.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time.
You're gonna hear about my party, they're gonna be shutting them down, they're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time.
During the Zane Lowe interview, Justin breaks down in tears.
I just wanted to be a good example, and it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
When it comes to what Justin thinks of Diddy's allegations, a source tells
enjoy, just celebrate, all the amazing things that we've been given. Because we are blessed, babe. We are, man. There's so much pain in the world, and we don't understand why, and there's so much things that are so unexplainable, but what is the reality? We are blessed.
There are whispers that Aaron Carter harbored resentment toward Justin Bieber, which could explain their ongoing tension over the years. Could it be that both of them knew something about Diddy that the public wasn't ready to face? Aaron's death was officially attributed to drugs, but many are wondering if that was the full story. Hollywood has long been known for brushing scandals off as personal issues, and now, fans are beginning to question if the same tactic was employed in Aaron's case.
And you were kind of trying to be a mentor, and then he got kind of nasty with you.
Yeah, Justin Bieber and I, we have a very peculiar relationship. He hit me up on Instagram, and he was like, oh, come over and hang out to my house. And I was like, actually, no, you can come over to mine. I got four-wheelers, and so I'm not trying to just sit around and look at artwork. Come over to my house. I got four-wheelers, ATXs, and bikes, and we can go ride around and actually, have some fun, And then...
When was that?
That was, a year ago.
Oh, okay.
So, and then there was an incident when he was being a little... I told him on Twitter, I said, if I see you, I'm going to punch you in your face. So...
How long ago was that?
Maybe 6-7 years ago. I don't know, something like that. He was doing...
So you guys are cool now?
No, we're not cool. We're not. No, we're
but
not.
He invited you over a year ago.
I'm his competitor, man.
And so, when's the last time you talked to him since then?
I don't really have anything to say to Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
I don't. He Scooter Braun. It was very interesting because when I released my Love album, I did a Billboard article, and then the next day, after I hadn't been out with music for 10 years. Aaron Rosenberg, Justin Bieber's entertainment attorney, was asked a question. Of course, he approves all the questions. You know how it goes. How did you get Justin Bieber to not turn out like Aaron Carter?
Wow.
And that was the question that was asked to Justin Bieber's entertainment attorney. And I was livid because I had just done a great article with them the day before about my coming back as basically a new artist that's producing his music and not being puppeted and doing it himself. And that really hurt. That really hurt to see that. And to see like the boycotting, because there's this underlining smear campaign, cancel culture, troll everybody that's in this industry. I'm sure you're going through it too. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, tell me to go f myself.
What, getting boycotted?
Smear campaigns, cancel cultures, trolls, people making up lies, doxing you. You know, now that I've started to really just get my life together, it's like I feel like people are trying to bring me back down to where I was before, and I'm not that person anymore. You know, I'm engaged. I'm about to have a baby on the way. You know, it's time to be a dad, and
it's literally like a matter of a couple days.
So what do you think? Could Aaron Carter's tragic death have been covered up to shield the powerful figures involved? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're here for all the juicy details, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more shocking revelations from the music industry. Until next time, fam, stay tuned.